Hi, good evening. This is Dr. Priya, Assistant Professor, Department of English, KCS Nadar College. In this video, we are going to see what is an interview and what are the skills and traits one has to exhibit in an interview and what are the different types of interview. Interview is a social process which involves the interviewee and the interviewer. In an interview, one has to exhibit his or her attitude, traits and knowledge to secure a job. Let us see in this video what is the importance of an interview and also the skills required and its kind. Interview is nothing but an interaction between the employer and potential employee where the employer tries to judge the individual on various parameters for prospective employment in organization. An individual must do well in interviews to be a part of his dream job. There are two stages of interview preparation that is being done before and during the interview. In an interview, the person's attitude towards life, his or her clarity of thought and logical ability, professional skills and communicative abilities are tested. In this particular slide, we can see what one should do while preparing for an interview. Before appearing for the interview, the candidate are expected to fulfill the following steps, especially for ensuring the preparation for the interview. First thing, he or she should be careful when they look at the advertisement, and they should also analyze the requirements of the job. They should keep a copy of the application and they should make themselves familiar with the details and information which is included in the application. If at all it is on the particular subject, they should revise it meticulously. They should choose the dress in which they are going to appear in the interview on the day. Make sure it is properly washed and neatly ironed. They should keep their certificates in order and take it along with them to the interview hall. These are the basic things one should do when they are going to appear for the interview. Informal interviews. The job interviews is a common form of interview that happens in the professional environment. Few interviews are informal, especially in an informal interview that takes an individual or may take up with the people whom they know or come across regularly or worthy of knowing. In such interviews, you listen more than speak. In order to make them speak, you are expected to frame your question. In such interviews, it leads to the interviewee to share more about him or her. In these type of interviews will be enable the interview to speak more through which you gather adequate information required for your purpose, as the answers will be mostly in a descriptive form and never would be in a one word or a sentence. For such interviews, especially the informal interviews, generally open-ended questions are frequently asked. So the few examples of open-ended questions are like, tell me about yourself. What does make you to choose this profession? what it likes to be in college for the first day. When did you decide to choose this profession? Or could you please share an anecdote from your college days? Or it may be like this too. What is your formula of success? These are some of the open ended questions generally asked in an informal interview. This video generally focused on interview, especially informal interviews. Interview skills, whether it is formal or informal, which is an essential tool for all the students in today's world of employment, as there is increasing competition for job vacancies. This is largely due to the rise in graduation rates. Consequently, there are far more candidates applying for the job. So, being a student, one should not just know about formal interviews alone. It is also as important to know in depth about informal interviews. So, I hope you people have learned something about informal interviews through this particular video. Thank you for listening.